Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to take a look at love. We want to look at future love. Is love basically in the cards? Is it in the future for you? So if you have not as of yet chosen a card stack or a crystal on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the portion of the video that's going to give you an up close and personal look at the cards and crystals in front of you. You can pause anywhere on that screen to extend your time in choosing if you feel it necessary. There's relaxation music there so that way you can kind of like, ease into your selection process. And if during your selection time you feel led to pick more than one deck of cards or crystals on the table, by all means, please choose more than one if you feel that's what intuitively is best for you. These readings are also timeless, so whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there may indeed be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always try to remind everybody is that these readings are general. I can't possibly expect to connect with all of you that are watching, although I hope you managed to find a message here. What I always recommend is, let's say before you click off my channel altogether, let's say if this particular reading doesn't connect, maybe have some fun exploring my channel because I have so many different kinds of readings there that you can explore and choose from. I even have daily readings that I do for everyone. I have other pick a card topics as well. You might find something somewhere in that mix that has what you're looking for. And I also, as a reader, set the intention for you that when you leave my channel, let's say we don't vibe or connect, right? I set the intention that when you leave my channel, you will find what you are needing for confirmation on your journey, because that's how the magic works. I trust that the magic of the universe will guide you right and true. Okay, so that is my wish for you. I also want to point out that this is a love reading, right? So again, sometimes roles can be reversed, flip-flopped, interchangeable, vice versa. Keep that in mind when you're watching. There might be some things that I say that could describe you, maybe someone in your life, maybe the future person. And some of the dynamics can kind of play back and forth. Okay, so again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So with all that said, Star Family, I will go ahead and leave you here and I will meet you at your reading of choice. Pile number 1, viewers, you chose the Cappuccino Jasper as your crystal. This is your card stack, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I do not remember the name of this deck. I think it's, oh boy, I don't know. If I can find it, I will put it in the screen for you. So my apologies if I do not know the name of this deck. This is one I've had for a very long time, and it's not one that I use often, okay? So let's see here. Is love in the future for you? Is love in the cards for you? Let's take a look. Pile number 1, viewers. Let's see. What does the future have in store for you, right? When it comes to love, romance, relationships? 3 cards. All right, so there's 2. 1, and I'm going to grab also from the angel answers. Let's see. Is love in the future for you? Pile number 1, viewers. Is love in the cards? All right, let's see what we have here. Whoa, perfect timing. Look at that. Perfect timing. So Spirit is saying with this card that the time is now, okay? That love is, yes, in your future and on the way. For all of you who have been setting the intention for it, the time is now, okay? The timing is perfect. And this is also saying that when this person arrives, the timing will be as if by magic, okay? It'll be like everything lined up to make that moment happen for you and this person to collide and join paths, okay? So let's see what the cards say. Whoa. Okay, so we have a King of Cups. This person could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have a 5 of Cups. And we have a Queen of Wands. Okay, this is kind of crazy, but the vibe that I'm getting here, and let's just point out, we have a hidden 2 of Cups here, right? So this is kind of giving me the vibe that this is a dynamic couple here, okay? Because we have the King of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a couple, divine feminine and masculine. The thing about it is the 5 of Cups is here, and it's giving me the vibe of like what's between you. The vibe of this is that there has been lost love and relationships on both your end and this person that's coming towards you on their end too. You've both suffered heartbreaks and losses. You've both had your fair share of disappointments when it comes to love. The thing is that the reason why those situations didn't work out okay, with those other people. 3 spilled cups, right? 3 of Cups talks about other people. So the reason why it never worked out with those other people is because you and this future person were meant to be that 2 of Cups. Okay? I mean, I look at a lot of hidden meaning in the cards, all right? So to me, the 5 of Cups is a hidden 2 of Cups and a hidden 3 of Cups. This is telling me this is you and your divine counterpart, right? This is a power couple here. You have both king and queen, and then you have what you've experienced kind of like between you. And the thing is that the reason, again, why it didn't work out with those other people, you had maybe failed connections and relationships before, is because those weren't your people. This King of Cups person is super like in tune with what they want when it comes to love. Okay, that might be you, that might be them. They're super in tune with what it is that they want when it comes to love. They're very emotionally intelligent as well. So this person is going to be very mindful, okay, of one's needs, emotional needs. There's this nurturing quality that comes from somebody who's very in tune with their heart, with the King of Cups energy. There's also Queen of Wands, who's super passionate, charismatic. She's a go-getter. She's not afraid to, you know, pursue those things that have meaning to her. So I kind of like this dynamic, right? I feel like both of these energies, you're going to end up giving each other what the other one needs and what the other one is seeking. The feeling is here, there's a desire for like an all-encompassing kind of love, right? And the question is here, does that shit even exist? Like, I feel like you've been asking that, and this person that is on their way to you, they've been asking that, and it's because of your previous experiences, okay? The thing is, you're going to find out that yes, it does exist. You just hadn't bumped into it yet, okay? And that's why Spirit is saying here, it's perfect timing. This person, okay, is on their way to you. You are on your way to them, and you're about to collide paths and make that dynamic partnership where you both kind of like are very much in tune and aware of each other's needs and desires and wants when it comes to relationships. You also have the Queen of Wands, who's super also intuitive, right? Because she's always depicted with the cat energy, which is a symbol of intuition. So it's kind of feeling like you're both going to be able to pick up on each other's feelings, emotions, like what you need from one another, and it does play off to me in a positive way. I'm tempted to even look underneath the deck just to be curious. Whoa, okay. We have a King of Swords. So underneath the surface, I have to wonder if those of you watching Choosing Pile number 1, if this was somebody who you maybe had the falling out with the 5 of Cups, or that you have had to learn how to put behind you, okay? The King of Swords is more in his head than he is in his heart, and sometimes the King of Swords, no offense to any air signs, okay, but sometimes the energy of the King of Swords in a shadow aspect can come up as detached or emotionally unavailable. And the feeling is here, there's a desire to seek somebody who is more emotionally available, and the King of Cups would be able to provide that, okay, if that's what you're seeking. Underneath the surface, you might have a tendency to want to be very logical when it comes to your approach to love, and that can play a role, right? But the thing is that underneath the surface, that could be influence. And it's like you might not want to allow your heart to open up. You might be scared. That's why you have the sword drawn and up. You might not want to allow love in a way. You might, you know, wrap your head around it or overthink love underneath the surface. And this is basically telling you that when this person comes around, they will be, with the King of Cups energy, very emotionally available. The thing is, are you willing to not overthink it? Are you willing to kind of allow love to do what it does naturally without allowing your thoughts, right, to run amok or to get in the way, is the question here, as an energy. I feel like if this King of Swords is for some of you, the reason why this is underneath the deck, now you let me know in the comment section, but the feeling I'm getting is the reason why he's underneath the deck is because that's somebody from the past. That's somebody that you've kind of like, again, that's why it's underneath, somebody that you've maybe put behind you, or somebody that you've buried. Like, you know, mentally, you've in your heart, you've closed off your heart to this person, maybe because of the Five of Cups energy that they might have put you in. So it's kind of feeling like that person in your mind, heart, and spirit is kind of like they're a non-factor, or you're kind of like squashing that relationship all around, trying to put your, you know, that connection behind you altogether, and you're wondering when real love is on the way. So I'm gonna pull another one. Okay, look at that. That's the Two of Wands. The cool thing about the Two of Wands is that sometimes, as for me personally as a reader, I sometimes see that as timelines either splitting or merging. Okay, and you're at this brink, the brink of, oftentimes the Two of Wands, something happening. There's left, there's right, there's A, there's B, there's one path you could take over here, there's another path you can take over there, and you're just on the edge of deciding something moving forward. So the feeling that this is giving me is that you're on the edge of these paths, okay? Like I said, two paths colliding with the Two of Wands. There's two paths that are, like I said, either going to split or going to merge. And the feeling is here that these paths are merging. You and this person are merging paths right now. Okay? I feel like some of you have split from whoever that King of Swords energy was. And it's because of that split that now you're able to merge timelines with this person. Okay? That's going to kind of like complement your energy in a very dynamic way. Some of you might have decided to leave this situation behind, finally put it behind you. And it's as a result of putting that situation behind that you actually create the space for this other person to enter. Like I said, you have the hidden Two of Cups here, and now you have the Two of Swords, or sorry, Two of Wands. Two of Wands, I mean, as an energy, just number two itself talks about partnership, union, coupledom, right? As an energy. It talks about the coming together. So I can't help but feel that this is you and this person, that timeline between you and them merging so you collide and find one another. And you can put all the hurt of the Five of Cups and those failed relationships finally behind you. And you can finally connect with one another. The timing is right. So yeah, I do feel that love is on the way. But the reason why it's on the way and the timing is now, right, is because you were able to put the pain of the past behind you, put those people and situations, maybe situationships behind you, to where you freed your energy up now to receive. Okay? Some of you, like I said, some of you have wondered, when is love going to find me? Is love really out there? Does it even exist? And it's a lot of that is from previous wounding, right? The jaded energy that sometimes we could feel when it comes to, you know, being hurt. And underneath the surface, that King of Swords, right? The King of Swords is kind of like detached, cold, sometimes unfeeling. And it's like, you know, the struggle to, you know, kind of balance between wanting love and then not wanting to get hurt again. You see? So again, I'll go back to the guidance. The guidance was try to allow yourself to be receptive. Your logical mind is going to want to come in and, you know, be mindful not to overthink things to the point where you can sabotage the beauty of what is approaching you. Because whoever this is coming towards you has a desire for true emotional connection. They're super also passionate. And when they want something, looking at the cards here with these two energies, I don't feel like they hesitate at all. Because their heart knows what their heart wants. And you may, when they approach you, you may have to, you know, choose, you know, does this feel right? Do they feel like my future? And sometimes that Two of Wands energy can dabble, like, you know, kind of stand on the edge of that situation and say, okay, I can give this a go, or I can stay in my lane. Which am I going to do? And there's the choice, right? The thing is what do you want? What do you want for your future? Because it looks like there's somebody here who wants to offer the kind of connection you're seeking. They're entering your life at this time, and they have the potential and the capability to put the hurt behind you, to help you move beyond it and past it. But the thing is that you're going to have to choose to let love in. Okay, that's why the Two of Wands is here. There's a choice. You're going to have to choose to let love in and move forward. Because that Two of Wands is like, it's that point in time where you make the choice to move forward or not. Okay? It's that sensitive place and time where you're in the deciding lane, right? You decide which lane you're going to go down, or which path you're going to go down. And then the path that you choose determines the future that lies ahead, you see? So again, just be mindful of that. So pile number 1, this is your reading. If you feel that this has connected and helped in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it another step further to support what I do, consider joining my channel's membership, because I have exclusive content for channel members weekly. And if you want to go beyond that, maybe consider checking me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have cool things there that I make by hand, crystal jewelry, amongst other things. Pay me a visit any time. Much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose citrine as your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is the Kawaii Tarot for you. So we're taking a look at what does the future hold, right, when it comes to love. Is there love and romance and a relationship, let's say, in your future? So let's take a look. Three cards. And I also have the Angel Answers. I'm going to put this over there. I have the Angel Answers deck as well. Let's see. What does the future hold for you when it comes to love? Is love in the cards? Is love in your future? Let's see. Pile number 1, viewers. All right, let's see. Get more information. Okay. Let's find out. We have the 6 of Swords, we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, because it said get more information, basically there's something to determine or yet to be determined, okay? But because it's telling us to get more information, I actually am going to get more information. Let's see. Future love. Whoa, yes, look at that. Did you see that? Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, love is in your future. Okay. If that's what you want, it's on its way. It's in the future. Yes. However, there's something yet to be determined is a feeling that this gave me. And it could be that Spirit doesn't want to like reveal all the details. Sometimes there's some things that we can't be outright told. Okay. And I've learned this from experience, and it's not about relationships, but just in general. Okay. Why? Because Spirit doesn't want to interfere with free will. And that's why we can't always get things told to us clairaudiently or otherwise outright. Okay. So we have the 6 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands. And I love the 8 of Wands here because this is confirming to me the yes. All right. This is someone coming towards you, traveling in your direction. But this is telling me that there was some healing with the 6 of Swords that had to be done first. Okay. You had to drop something, let something go, move on from something or mindset, a situation perhaps that maybe wasn't working. Could have been past relationships that kind of threw you under the bus or weren't looking out for your best interest. It could be toxic connections as well that maybe weren't helping your overall energy or aura or vibe in general, right? Sometimes we do have to kind of cut ourselves away from something that's not working in order to make the space for something that will. And we don't always see that at the time as, you know, being something actually beneficial, right? Sometimes we're more focused on the hurt, the pain, the loss than what Spirit's actually trying to bring to us in its place. There's a reason why these situations don't work out, right? And a lot of times what doesn't work out for us, the reason why it doesn't work out for us is because it's not in alignment with us. We think we know what we want, but Spirit knows what we need, okay? And the other thing about that, I'm going to, you know, just give you some insight about that saying. The reason why I'm saying that is because that was told to me one time. It had nothing to do with love, but just, again, I'm using my experience, right? My guide said to me one time, it's not what you wanted, but it's everything that you needed, okay? So there's a reason why I got what I got in the way that I got it, was because it's what I needed. And it took me a while to understand the full scope of what that saying meant. When Spirit was telling me it's what I needed, right, at the time, Spirit was also telling me it knew what I wanted. So it's not what you wanted, but it's what you needed. So in that sentence, Spirit is telling me that Spirit knew what I wanted for myself. But Spirit also is saying, I'm answering right now in this moment, I'm answering according to what you need. I know what you want, but I'm also answering in accordance to what you need most at this time. Which gives me comfort to know that Spirit also knows what I want, right? And is listening to me. So in this case, like, if those situations didn't work out, it's probably what was needed. Okay. And at the time we don't realize that, right? Because we're kind of here in the physical realm and, you know, we can't see through the veil and know all things, right? We don't always have the bigger picture. So this is telling me that Spirit is, you know, basically saying, yeah, love is in the cards for you. It's in your future for sure. But you had to experience a healing journey. You had to move away from those things that will keep you in this Five of Swords energy of challenge, strife, struggle, pain, discord, right? You had to be removed from that. You had to move away from that. You had to heal from that. And the moving away from that, those kinds of people, situations, and energies is what was needed. It's what was needed. So that way Spirit can now move towards you what you've wanted. You see how I came full circle with that? Right? So it's like Spirit's like saying, I know what you need. You don't need this mess. You don't need whoever that was that broke your heart or hurt you or did not value you. Like, you didn't need that. That's bullshit. Right? Let's get that shit out the way. Let's clear the energy, right, of your heart, mind, body, heart, and spirit of all that BS. So that way you can receive what's really, like, in alignment with you. Those people, that person, that partner that is in alignment with you. Because, again, Spirit knows what you want. Spirit always knows what you want. But at any given moment, it's going to deliver what's needed at the time. Okay? And we see that what feels like with the Eight of Wands, what feels like the delivery, okay? The delivery of what is wanted now that you've cut out, right, what you no longer need. What was needed was for you to, with the Six of Swords, heal and move away from that energy. In order for all this to move towards you. So I'm so happy that I actually grabbed another card, right? Because it said get more information, which was kind of leaving it like dead ass, basically up in the air, right? Come on, like help us out here, like leaving us like at a dead end in a sense, and that's not fair. So I was like, okay, let me grab another one. Boom, it flies out with a solid yes. So yeah, not all hope is lost, okay? I feel like if you did yourself a favor, okay, with the Five of Swords of walking away from things that didn't value you, situations that weren't valuing you, or that weren't in harmony and alignment with your greatest good and value. Six of Swords is definitely that healing process. It is about moving forward, moving on, letting go, putting that mess and turbulence behind you. And it's all about moving into calmer, more peaceful territory within oneself, in your mind and in your heart. Finding that peace within yourself. And it's also getting to a place where you don't let anybody disturb your peace. Okay? And it looks like you've been, with the Six of Swords, been doing that work of learning to protect your peace. Learning also, I feel, to maintain and secure healthy boundaries for yourself. And it's in the process of learning that now you're in a position, right, where you're secure enough within yourself to now allow love in. So the Eight of Wands is, and could be, okay, somebody who is talking to you, phone calls, emails, texts. There's a lot of conversation back and forth with that energy. So whoever this person is going to be very talkative. They will be responsive. The energy of the Eight of Wands is also about movement, travel. So I don't know, you know, there's a lot of talking going on. That can be through social media too. So I don't know if this person possibly is at a distance. Sometimes that can happen with the Eight of Wands, where you're talking to somebody overseas or in another state, or, you know, where the only really form of communication is by phone call, email, text, FaceTime, whatever that you use. So just keep that in mind. This could be a long distance connection, or somebody who, you know, let's say they value, right, the interactions, the frequent interactions. You might enjoy that. They might, you know, find that as important and communicate frequently, okay, to express themselves, and not hesitate to reach out or anything. I don't know, the feeling this is giving me is that this is not the type of person that's going to wait forever to call you, okay? This is somebody who, when they're interested, they're going to let you know. They're not going to play any mind games. They're just going to put it out there, and they will communicate what they're, I guess, experiencing or what they desire. So no BSing in that sense. No tiptoeing around anything. This is somebody with the Eight of Wands who would speak very directly, okay? So there could be, like I said, I don't know if that's something you care for or not, but there's a possibility with the Eight of Wands of a long distance connection. You might travel to see them. They might desire to come travel to see you, you know, once you've had enough talking, right, between you. There's definitely some travel here. Also, the other vibe that I'm getting is, for some of you, okay, this is very specific, the Six of Swords also talks of travel. So if you are relocating somewhere, okay, if you are relocating and you've left a turbulent situation behind in order to find a better situation, better living condition, better home life, location, or place, let's say, maybe even left the job you hated, right? This is all about movement. We have two cards of movement here. So if some of you had recently relocated, made a big move in your life, when you complete that journey, okay, to this new place, this is where you will find this person, is the vibe that this is giving me. Let's say I decide to leave where I'm living. I decide to move 3 states away, for instance. I decide to make that move, and boom, that's where I meet that special person. It's like I needed to leave my hometown, let's say, in order to find that person. Now, that's very specific, but that's something that I'm getting for a few of you. You might be relocating, and upon relocating and completing that move, this is where you run into this person. This is when the magic starts to happen and the universe starts putting them on the path towards you. Okay, so is there love in your future? Absolutely yes. Okay, now that the healing's completed, now that you've made the moves that you've needed to make to remove yourself from things that aren't working, this is now the time when Spirit can successfully launch these desires, okay, in your direction. Okay, so pile number 2, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. To support this channel, like, share, and subscribe. Consider joining my channel's membership as well. I do have exclusive content there for members only. And if you want to take it a step further beyond that to support what I do, consider checking me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. I have cool things there that I make by hand on my free time, crystal jewelry. I even make like things that I crochet as well for everyone. So check me out at any time. Much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 3 viewers, you chose the amethyst for your crystal. This is the Victorian Fairy Tarot, and we are looking at, is love in the cards for you? Is love, romance, and a relationship in the future? So let's see here. Let's see if we can get 3 cards. Pile number 3 viewers, is love in the cards for you? Is love in the future? Romance, relationships. All right, and then I have also the angel answers, okay, and if I need more cards I will grab from there, but let's see. Is love in the cards for you? Is love in your future? Whoa, okay, what is this? That's 3, but that's okay. Look, don't stop. Reconsider. Not the right time. Okay, now this is giving me a weird vibe, and I'm just going to point it out, okay, because this reconsider and not the right time is kind of saying, whoa, 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 slow down, slow your roll, think about this, but also at the same time, don't stop looking for love, right? Don't stop believing that it's in your future. This, for whatever reason, these 2 cards are giving me the vibe that it's not that love isn't available to you, okay? This is a feeling. It's not that love is not available to you. It's just that the people who have approached you are not the ones. And you have, if feeling is here, you have enough personal discernment to know right off the bat that this is not the one for you. And that's why the reconsider card is here. It's like you come across people, you meet people, but it just doesn't feel right. The vibe doesn't, they don't pass the vibe check. And you're like, eh. And it's like you consider it, but then you pull back and you're like, eh, something doesn't feel right. And then you have to reconsider your approach or what you're doing, or if you want to proceed forward with this person, let's say, that has shown interest, and you just feel like it's never the right time, because it's not that it's not the right time, it's that they're not the right person. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. The don't stop card is saying here, yeah, don't stop believing that, you know, there is love in the future. So there's a few frogs that you've encountered along the way, and none of those frogs have turned into princesses or princes, if you know what I mean. And it could also be that the not the right time card is here because there's maybe something else you're focused on right now also instead. And even though you have love approach you, you're kind of putting those other things, I guess, you're putting yourself and those other interests first right now. And it hasn't been quite the right time, because let's just keep it real. No one, it seems that no one has been worth putting those things on the back burner in this case. Let me see if I can articulate that better. There's people who have shown up into your sphere. Right now, you're probably more focused on yourself, self-love, or those things that pique your interest. And that's where your focus is. And no one has come into your lane that has been worth kind of like shifting your focus off of those things for. No one has come around that seems like they fit the vibe check of what you're looking for to make you even reconsider shifting your priorities for them. Do you get me? I hope that makes sense. Which also speaks of knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing what it is that you want versus what you don't want, and being very assured and certain of that. Which is a healthy thing, right? Because you're not just going to entertain anyone or anything just for the hell of it, is the feeling here. So pile number 3, you got your shit together, basically, is the vibe that this is giving me. You really do have your shit together. You know what it is that you want. You're not going to kind of lower your standards or, you know, the vibe that you're searching for just for anybody. Like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to lower your standards. You know what you want. You're looking for a certain vibe with a certain person. No one that has come across your path has really, I guess, fit the bill. They don't fit the bill. So, yeah. I feel like it's not going to be the right time until the right person comes around. When the right person comes around, you will shift your focus to make time, room, and space for them, right? But until then, everybody can just go kick rocks by the looks of it, okay? And I know that's a lot to take in, and I haven't even pulled over the tarot yet, but that's what these 3 cards are giving me. So, yeah, Spirit is saying, you're cool, it's okay. Continue to value yourself in that way. And set those healthy boundaries for yourself as well, and maintain those healthy standards. Don't settle for less, right, than what you know you deserve. Don't stop believing, though, also, that love is out there. Okay? So let's see what this says. All right, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Herald of Autumn, which is actually the Page of Pentacles. And I am going to double check that because all the names on the cards are different. But let me see. I'm going to look underneath the deck as well. We have the Judgment energy. So that's the Judgment card. And I'm going to double check to make sure that I have the right suits here. Okay. Autumn. Yeah, Autumn is Pentacles. Okay, yes, it is indeed a Page of Pentacles. Again, this is not a deck that I use very often, so I'm going to just put that off to the side. So yeah, we have the 7 of Winter, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. We also have the Judgment energy underneath the deck. Underneath the surface, how I read that is things happening underneath the surface. And to me, that is an energy of spiritual awakening. So part of the reason why you're like not entertaining just anybody is because you've gone through your awakening. And again, you want somebody to pass the vibe check, and not everybody is, you know, on the same wavelength as you in that regard. And in that case, you're protecting your energy. So you're doing the right thing, because you're not just gonna, again, open yourself up vibrationally to just anybody who does not kind of meet the standard, right? 7 of Swords is an energy where it's like, you know, sometimes people in a love reading, especially, you've come across people who have been deceitful, who have maybe, okay, I'm just throwing it out there because I that's what I heard, live double lives, right? That they pretend to be one person surface level, but then deep down, they're somebody else entirely, okay? So it's kind of like Seven of Swords to me is like the feeling of experiencing situations and people that aren't always who they say they are, or they pretend to be somebody that they're not. And it's an energy where it can be very dishonest that way. So I feel like you've had your fair share of situations where just people weren't always trustworthy in that sense. They might have been cheating, or they might have just held too many masks, okay, with the Seven of Swords, and they might have been sneaking around, or just, you know, telling little white lies, or tiptoeing around the situation and maybe even avoiding you, not giving the same kind of energy, if you know what I mean. Sometimes the Seven of Swords can also talk about ghosting. So, you know, maybe you've experienced stuff like that. People not reciprocating energy properly in a way that shows that they value you, right? The Eight of Swords is an energy where, you know, we kind of feel stuck in situations with people. Sometimes we feel like, you know, we have so much going on in our mind, and it's about breaking free of limitation. And I do feel like you've already done a lot of that. You've broken free out of those constraints, those mental constraints, and maybe ones of your own, you know, soul, our own limitations. We go through that process of breaking out of that. And this is telling me that with the Awakening card, you freed yourself up of those situations. You freed yourself up, or maybe you're still undergoing the healing or awakening process, but you've done the majority of the work, and you freed yourself up of those people, places, things, situations, and mindsets that will kind of keep you stuck in a vibration that's really not suited to you. And the feeling is here, not wanting to get involved with anybody who's still stuck in those patterns, still stuck in those mindsets and paradigms that you've already gotten yourself up out of. Okay. And that's why you know, you go out in the dating world, or you take the steps to kind of initiate that. But then every time you try, you have to step back and reconsider, right? That it doesn't feel right. And it could be that it doesn't feel right because these people don't align with you the way that you're seeking. Because over here with the Awakening card of the Judgment, you want somebody who has kind of, you know, gone through that same journey, or has experience in it as well. And that's not always easiest to find, because sometimes as awakened ones, right, we feel like we're the minority, that there's more people walking around that aren't awake than are. Page of Pentacles here is showing me that, you know, it's like Page of Pentacles is all about the initial investment in something. So pile number 3, again, you're not willing to just invest into anybody, okay? You're not willing to invest in anybody, especially in somebody who has not broken free, right, of the matrix in their own mind, body, heart, and spirit, if you know what I mean. Eight of Swords, right? So oftentimes the Eight of Swords, if you're looking at it spiritually, can talk about somebody who's still like trapped in the game, trapped in the illusion, right? They're not awake to it. They're not seeing things for what they really are. They're still asleep. They're still stuck in that fog. Page of Pentacles is telling us that you're not just going to invest in anyone, okay? And you're not going to give your energy where it's not understood, or where they can't relate, right? In that sense, this person that you're looking to give your time and space to definitely has to be on the same page that way. I do see, though, that there's opportunity with the Page of Pentacles, though. There's opportunities and offers here. There could be someone new with the Page of Pentacles coming your way. So I feel like if you're holding out for somebody who has the same mindset, values, and at least you can relate to each other that way, right? You have things in common. If you're holding out for somebody that you have some things in common with, you're doing the right thing, because there's the potential of meeting somebody new, fresh new energy with the Page of Pentacles. And this is somebody who is curious. They have an open mind. They like to learn. They could be very studious. They like to try new things. They like to explore new things as well. And if they believe in something, they won't hesitate, right, to invest in it, to see how it can grow and where it can go. So I like this. I think this is telling me that a lot of the Eight of Swords and Seven of Swords energy is what you're leaving behind. And the Page of Pentacles is what you are leaving space for. Because the Page of Pentacles also talks about potential. So when Spirit says don't stop, right? Don't stop over here. Yeah. Don't stop, like, don't stop in regards to what it is that you want, what it is that you're holding out for, what it is that you value, what it is that you know you're worthy of. Like, don't stop holding those and having those standards either. And also don't stop believing in the potential and possibility that Spirit has awaiting you. I do feel that this is a yes. Okay, this reading is a yes in regards to, is love in the cards? Yes. Is it right now? No. But I also feel like there's a reason for that. And whoever it is that comes towards you and has potential will be worth the wait. Because you deserve no less than the very best. Okay, is a feeling that this is giving me. Again, congratulations to you, pile number 3, because I feel like a lot of you have done your shadow work. You've gone through your awakening process. Not that the awakening process ever ends, but you've done the majority of that work to free yourself of like previous constraints, mindsets, patterns, paradigms that we all have to go through and shed as we awaken. So it's telling me that you've done that. And here is the pure potential, right, of what awaits you with the Page of Pentacles. Now that you have done that, right, you did that work to now create space for the canvas, okay, of pure potential that you are. So yeah, don't give up, don't stop. Like, keep believing in the fact that love really does exist out there, and that there's the potential for love to come in that matches your vibe and aligns with you, not just romantically, but spiritually as well, right? With the Awakening card of the Judgment. So yeah, I like this. Pile number 3, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel, as well as join the channel membership if you feel led to. I have exclusive content there for everybody via the memberships tab in the YouTube, I guess, desktop. People have been saying they've had a hard time finding the join button via their mobile. So consider maybe going on the YouTube website, pulling up my channel via your desktop. You will see the membership there. So if you're considering supporting me, maybe consider joining a membership to get exclusive content. And if you want to take it a step further beyond that, consider visiting me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. I have really cool things there that I make by hand, crystal jewelry, and other things. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.